Yes. Today we are studying about something special. Today we are studying about the female reproductive organ of the human being. Female reproductive organ of a human being. Good, wonderful. After receiving very many requests from my students that I'm supposed to explain to them how a female reproductive system functions and looks like, this evening, here we are. Let's straight away go to the business. A human female reproductive organ is made up of very few parts. Remember, this is elementary science. We're not supposed to talk about something complex now. Something elementary. So these are the features that make up the female reproductive organ of a human being. It's like this. We can begin from the lower part. Let me begin from the lower part. The lower part is here. Good. Just like this. Like this. Like this. Like this. Shade here a bit. Trying to shade it. Simplify. Primary. I will have a curve here. From here up to here. Good. Curve it. Now let's look at the parts which make up this organ. I'm going to begin with this bracket. This distance from this point up to this point. This distance here. It's a canal, a tube-like structure that we call birth canal. Birth canal. It runs from this spot here that we call the cervix up to this muscle. This is a very big muscle called the vulva. Vulva. Good. So from here, from this point to this point is birth canal. This is where the baby passes as it is coming out of the uterus. This space inside here, this whole space, is what we call uterus. Some other people call it the womb. Good. When you move up on the left and on the right, here is a tube that we call fallopian tube. Fallopian tube, which some other people call oviduct. Right. From this tube here is what we call the ovary. This is the ovary. Automatically it's also on this side. This is ovary. The area above the uterus, which I've shaded, is called placenta. Placenta. Now, we can look at functions of each part. This is a simple diagram. Simple. It solves the basics. Of course, I should have somewhere here. Let me do this. This is disturbing me like this. Don't worry. Don't want something disturb me like this. Somewhere here, if I have wanted, I can have included here the urinary bladder. Urinary bladder. Good. So, many people ask, what's the function of the vulva? This is a muscle-like structure that guides the erectile muscle into the birth canal. During copulation, during what we call copulation, the erectile muscle is guided by this vulva into the birth canal. The birth canal is a place here where the semen is deposited. Semen is deposited in the birth canal. They come again. The vulva directs the erectile muscle into the birth canal, and the birth canal is a place where the semen, we are assuming that during copulation, the semen is deposited here. We are assuming this is semen. Good. This place that we have called the cervix, it's always open until the woman is pregnant. When the woman is pregnant, this cervix here, it closes. The lower end of the uterus is closed. It is the number one sign of pregnancy. Immediately the woman gets pregnancy, this lower section of the uterus closes. So in case a woman copulates during pregnancy, the semen does not close to go into the uterus. No. It is powered here into the birth canal and it comes back later. Before she has become pregnant, the semen goes into the uterus up to some point here in the oviduct. In case there is an ovum, then we expect fertilization to take place. I have talked about the function of the vulva, that it directs erectile muscle into the birth canal, to the BC, birth canal. The birth canal is the place where the semen are deposited. Let me rub this. The birth canal is the place where the semen are deposited. Here we are. Now, this takes us to fallopian tube. In case the ovary has released, the ovary releases mature ovum. Unfortunately, ladies are born with some number, a special number of ova. So, if a woman is born with maybe 200 or 300 ova, she cannot increase them anyway. No. So, the ovary provides space where the ova matures from. After they have matured, then the ovary releases one ovum at a time. So the ovum moves upwards into the fallopian tube. In case it finds semen here or sperms, it will get fertilized. We are talking about the function of the ovary. The ovary releases mature ovum. Next, the ovary secretes the hormone called oestrogen. And another hormone called progesterone. These two hormones, progesterone and estrogen, are responsible for causing secondary sex characteristics. We shall see that one in the future. We shall see what it means. But for now, the function is release of mature ovum, and then secretion of estrogen and progesterone hormone. Those are two basic functions of the ovary. Oviduct or fallopian tube. This provides space where fertilization takes place. The fallopian tube and oviduct provide space. That has got any issues. It's okay. Let's see what we can do. Good. I think I can rub this. Good. The fallopian tube provides space from here. Fertilization takes place around here. Provides space. Come on. Provides space. Oh. My markers are gone. Where fertilization takes place. Fertilization is a union of a sperm cell plus ovum. That is fertilization, the union of a sperm cell and ovum to form what we call a zygote. That takes place between here and here. Yes. The uterus, or what we call the womb, provides space from which the baby grows until it is produced, until delivery. That's the major function of the uterus. Provide space from which the baby grows until it is produced. This part called the placenta separates blood of the mother from the blood of the baby. It's the reason why we say the blood of the mother does not mix with the blood of the baby. Secondly, while the baby is here, the baby will be excreting, and the baby will be connected to the placenta by the help of this tube we call umbilical cord. You see, umbilical cord. So when this baby excretes, the secretions are stored in the placenta. At the same time, food from the mother is stored in the placenta. And the placenta plays another role of releasing it into the baby. So the placenta acts as a store for food meant for the growing baby. On the other hand, the placenta acts as a store of wastes from the growing baby. What a wonderful story. The umbilical cord acts as a passage of wastes from the baby to the placenta. And again, it acts as a passage of food and oxygen from the placenta to the baby. This is where primary science stops. There is a lot of science around this that I can't go into. But maybe out of your requests, if you feel you want to know something extra beyond what I have said, please. My email is there. Got the comments. I can make a special video for you for that. Thank you very much for supporting me, for liking my video. Pass it to a friend. We can teach ourselves, just as simple as that. Your boy Dave. Thank you.